Alright, welcome back to Ling Ascended here. Top 5 reasons why to tame the Ling, one of my favorite creatures they added to this game in Ling Ascended. Let's get into it. So of course, a brief introduction to the Ling. It is in the kingdom Animalia because it's an animal, group reptilian because it is a dinosaur, even though I thought it was a bird at first. It is actually still a member of the raptor family, which is why the description is raptor. I mean, it literally does look like a gigantic microraptor, to me at least. Its traits are aggressive, will chase after and attack the player on sight in game. Has a base health of 325, damage of 23 with its bite, and 2 with its feather attack. Get into those later. Speed of 3 meters per second, and torpidity of 180. And of course, the top reason, among many reasons, is that the Yingling feathers all have 5 different abilities, and it functions as an organic turret, so similar to the Velonosaur, where the Velonosaur emits poisonous spikes and shoots poisonous spikes. Yingling does the exact same thing, except with its feathers. Able to launch its feathers in a direction, can be used as a cheap auto turret to be easily replaced and duplicated through mass breeding. Of course, these feathers have multiple modes. If you feed a Yingling normal food, they'll just be in normal razor mode, which they'll just do 10 damage per feather. But if you feed them biotoxin, for example, they'll be in sedation mode, where if an enemy is hit by this feather, they'll be dealt plus 10 base damage and hit with a ×2 torpor as well, putting them to sleep almost instantly if they're smaller or medium-sized creatures. If they're fed sap, cactus sap, or normal sap, its feathers will become slimed. When an enemy is hit, they're dealt 10 bonus damage and lose 60% of their speed per second per feather. They also, if they're fed venom, like Nameless or Titanoboa venom, their feathers will become toxic. This is probably the most powerful one, dealing 7 damage times the melee damage times its HP boosts. So how many times you level up its health over time, it'll be times 10 that, meaning that can go over like 200 damage, base damage, over 15 seconds, which is incredibly useful when trying to deal with tanks like Gigas and other tanks like Trikes and Rexes. And finally, volatile when fed gas balls, their feathers will deal normal damage but ignore armor, which is useful against creatures that have natural armor. All in all, the Yingling is a really cool addition to the game, as it does add 5 feather modes based on what it eats, which is really cool, as you can be defensive, offensive, or go on scouting. But of course, that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like if you like, dislike if you don't, subscribe if you like the video, comment down below your thoughts on the Yingling in our Survival Evolved and Ascended, and of course, as always, I'll see you guys with the next dino. Toodaloo!